So before Vivint, I had a network marketing business. I had a team of over 4,000 people in Latin America. That's what I was doing before. I had to finish that operation, finish closing that business in December, and that's when I started looking at other options. And I started researching Vivint. I knew it was a serious company. And after the first interview, and I saw the possibility of attorneys getting in touch with us, sending us the docs and everything, that's when I realized that it was a serious company, it was a serious opportunity. That's when I really started getting excited. Well, the possibility to be paid in US dollars living in Latin America is the main thing that got me interested because, when you make US dollars and you spend in pesos in Mexico, that's one of the greatest things that you can do. And I knew that door knocking and being able to sell here in the US based on commissions could allow me to make more money than having a traditional job. So that's what really got my attention because I've never had a real job, a serious 9-to-5 job in my life. I've always been in sales. So when I saw the opportunity to get paid and basically being able to make the amount of money based on the effort that you put in, that's what really got me interested. I was just more nervous about the organization. I wasn't really nervous about door knocking. I had done that before for a few months for solar. I was just more nervous about the pay. Was the company gonna really do what they said that they would do? That was my main concern before coming here. Then when I saw that everything was serious, that the company paid, I met other reps, I met people that had been doing this for a long time, and that's when I realized, okay, this is serious, we're gonna make it work, and I started working hard. What I love about this is that here in a week, you can basically decide how much money you're gonna make based on the effort that you put in. And it's all about discipline, it's all about how hard you work. And compared to what I did before, for my first year, it's comparable. It's more or less the same thing that I did before. But what I love about this is that when you come back and you work hard and your skills get better, you can literally multiply that by 2 or 3 by year 2. That's what really gets me excited about this opportunity here. So the possibility to meet someone, meet them at the door, get in the house and sell them a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 system and leave the house 20, 30, 50 minutes later with $600, $800, $1,000 in your pocket, I think that's one of the biggest skills because if you're able to do that in door knocking, I think that there's no real situation you can be in that you wouldn't be able to close because it's a skill that you need to work hard. So you're walking in the sun, it's hard. If you're able to do that on a door, I think there's no other situation you can be in that would put you in a spot where you wouldn't be able to close. So that's I think for me, that's the biggest skill that I've learned here that is gonna serve me also in the future. When you have a goal and you say, okay, I wanna hit this goal today and you don't hit it and it happens for 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, it gets to your head. And I think that has happened many times, but in the end, I just remember that this is just a skill. If I'm able to get past that hard time and get past those few hard days, every no gets you closer to a yes. So I think that anytime I go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days without a sale or with people not being nice or people saying all types of stuffs on the door, I think that that's some of the times that I wanted to quit, but it's just a process, part of the process. And I think that if you're able to get through that, past that, you're gonna be able to have success if you're willing to play the long-term game, because this is just based on skill. If you're able to learn how to do this correctly, you're gonna become like these guys that every time they go out for an hour, they get 1 or 2 deals. And that is happening for them every single day. So it's just the process. Well, I was on the fence too. The door-to-door industry has sometimes a bad image from the outside because of some reps that haven't done the things correctly. But in reality, it's an industry that can pay very high income if you're willing to do it professionally. I was on the fence before joining Vivint too because I was skeptical, but I found out that this is legit, this is real, this works. When you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to put in the effort, you're willing to learn the skill that's necessary, you can make some good money with the company. You can make something on the long term. You can really create something for you and your family if you're willing to play the long-term game. basically because if you can do this and be successful at this, I don't think that there's something else that can be stopping you in any other industry. I think that this is the hardest form of selling. So if you excel in this, you're gonna be a beast everywhere else. The company is constantly evolving and launching new stuff, so existing customers can buy again in the future. You can go back to them, you can get referrals from them. The fact that it's an industry that is constantly renewed, meaning that it's not something that is not going to evolve within the next few years, that excites me a lot. The fact that you can create something for you on the long term with a stable company, a company that's been around for 25 years. So if you're seeing this and you're thinking, hey, I don't know, I'm not sure, I think that you should take the shot. It's going to be an incredible experience. It's probably going to be one of the hardest things you've done in your life, but if you go past that, you're probably going to make the most amount of money that you've ever made too.